Are you wondering how I solved this cube so fast? If you think that this is really hard to solve, I will prove you wrong. In this video, I will show you an easy way of how to solve this. And this is the basic cube what you need to know to solve all of these. So let's get into it. So now you need to know some basics before starting to solve the Rubik's Cube. So you need to know that green is always opposite to blue, orange is always opposite to red, and white is always opposite to yellow. So if you know this color scheme, you're good to go. There are 3 layers on the cube, which is the bottom layer, the middle layer, and the top layer. Then you have the 3 type of pieces, which is the centerpiece, edge piece, and the corner piece. So centerpiece is a piece, however you turn it doesn't move. The edge piece is the piece where if it has 2 colors on it. A corner piece is a piece which has 3 colors on it. And in this tutorial, I'll be teaching you the layer by layer method of how to solve a Rubik's Cube. So let's get going. So now let's start solving the first step, which is the white cross, which it matches with its all the side colors also. Let's see how to solve that. So first of all, you have to hold the white center always on top, and you should not move it to the side. It should always be on top. Now the bottom layer, which is the opposite layer to the white, is this layer, and you should find an edge piece which has white color in it. So I turn this layer till I find a piece which has white in it. So this is the piece. So now I see the other colors, which is green. So I turn the bottom layer to match it with its centerpiece, and then once I've matched it with its centerpiece, turn the front face 180 degrees to match it with its white color, and you will solve the first piece. Now we'll turn the layer again to find, and I find another piece which has white on it and the other color is blue. So I turn the bottom layer and I match it with its centerpiece and turn the layer 180 degrees. But now once I've done that, this is in its wrong position. It should be swapped. So how do you do that is, from this position, turn it to your right side, which is down, and then this layer you turn it down, push it down, and you get this to the bottom layer. And now you align it with its corresponding center and just turn the layer 180 degrees and it will be solved. Do that for the rest. This is already matched. So I just turn this layer 180 degrees, it will get solved. So now I turn and I see this white here. So I just turn the cube around and I match it with its centerpiece and turn the layer 180 degrees and the cross is solved. Another case what you can run into is when you're solving, when you turn your bottom layer to find white pieces, there's no white piece on the bottom layer. So when I turn the cube around, I see that it's stuck in one of the middle layers. So how to solve this is pretty simple. You move the layer wherever it's stuck down to the bottom layer, which and the piece comes down. Move this away and then restore this piece back, and now it's in the bottom layer. So you can just turn the cube around, match it with its center, and do a 180 degree turn, and it will be solved. So these are all the cases what you can get for solving the cross, and successfully would have solved the cross. Now let's move on to the next step. So now we are going to learn the next step, which is to solve all the 4 corners and its side. That's what we're going to see in this. So first we are going to learn an algorithm which goes like this, and this is called the right hand trigger, which goes right side up face to your left side, right side down, and up face to your right side. Again, right side up face to your left side, right side down, up face to your right side. So you practice this algorithm little bit, and then once you get a bit fluid at it, now we'll see how to solve. So you hold the white cross on the bottom, and on the top layer you find any corner piece which has white on it, such as this one, which has orange and blue. So orange, blue, and whites is intersecting, centers are intersecting at this piece. So this piece has to go to this position in order to get solved. So you keep this on the right side, on your right side, and do the algorithm, and it should get solved. And then now we'll find another piece which has white, such as this one, which has blue and red. So I will move it to the blue, red, and white center where it intersects, that place. So this piece has to go here. So I'll keep it on my right side and just do the same algorithm. So if it doesn't get solved in once, you keep on doing the algorithm again and again till the white side gets solved till the white comes down. Next I'll find another piece which is here. So this has white on top and orange and green. So the orange, green and white centers are intersecting here. So this piece has to go here. Keep it on your right side and do the algorithm till it gets solved. So you just have to repeat it. Now you may run into another case like this where once you are finished solving and you're looking on the top layer and there's no white pieces on the top layer and one is stuck at the bottom. To take it out, it's pretty simple. You just do the algorithm once and it'll come out. Now just match it with its corresponding place where it has to go and do the algorithm to solve it, and then this piece. So those are all the cases what you can get to solve the white layer. Now let's move on to the next step. So the next step of solving the cube is to solve the middle layer, and that's what we're going to see today. So to solve the middle layer, you just have to whatever right hand trigger what you have just learned, you do the same thing on your left hand, which goes like this. L up, the up face to your right side, the L down, and the up face to your left side. So the left layer up, the up face to your right side, the left layer down, and the up face to your left side. So once you practice this algorithm also and get fluid at it, we can solve the middle layer. To solve the middle layer, hold the white always on the bottom, and you should find an edge piece on the top layer which does not have the color yellow on it, such as this piece. It has green and orange. So you move the piece which matches with its green center, and the orange center is on your right side. So you move this piece away from both of its centers, and you do the right hand trigger while holding the orange center on your right side. And now turn your cube to your left where the orange center is facing towards you, and do the left hand trigger. And once you've done that, you would have solved the piece in the center, in the middle layer, sorry. Next we'll find for another piece which does not have the color yellow on it, such as this piece. It has green and red. So we will match it with its center, which is green, and red is this time it's on your left side, not on your right side. So you move this piece away from both its centers, and now you do, keeping the red side on your left, do the left hand trigger. Now hold the red face to your side and do the right hand trigger. So those are the two cases what I just showed you, and that's how you can solve. So the next case what you can get is it's in its position but it's just swapped. So you have to in order to swap this, just hold this on your right side and do the right hand trigger. Now turn the cube to your left side and do the left hand trigger, and you will get this on the top layer. And now you can do the case and you can solve it. Another case where you can land up is when you're finding a piece which does not have yellow. There's no piece on the top layer and all the pieces are stuck in the middle layer. So how to take it out is you can choose any piece to take it out. If I choose this one, you hold this piece which is stuck in the middle layer on your right side and do the right hand trigger. Turn the cube to your left and do the left hand trigger. And now this piece is on the top layer, and then you can just go ahead and solve it. Now this piece, I can solve it like this, and then this, I can just solve it like this. So these are all the cases what you can get on the to solve the middle layer. So now let's move on to the next step. So now let's move on to the next step, which is solving the yellow cross. So you just ignore the corners and you see the yellow cross is solved. So let's see how to do that. So there are three cases for this. The first case is where you have a horizontal bar. So you just always hold the white always on down on the bottom, and you hold the bar horizontally. You should not hold it vertically, horizontal, and do this. So you move the front face like clockwise and just do the right hand trigger. And then once you've done the right hand trigger, just move the face anti-clockwise and you will be able to solve the cross. The second case is this, where you don't have any edges oriented ignore the corners. So if you just have a yellow dot, you just do the same thing. You turn the front face clockwise, do the right hand trigger, and turn the front face anti-clockwise. So again, ignoring the corner, you see there is an L like this. So this is an L, but you hold it down where you have like an ulta L kind of thing. And then this is the second case. So even if you get this, you just turn the two front layers like this clockwise, and just do the right hand trigger and just reverse it, and you will be able to solve the cross. So these are all the cases to solve the yellow cross. Now let's move on to the next step. So the next step is to match all the side colors also. So let's see how to do that. So you move the top layer to match as many as pieces as possible. So I've matched two pieces here, and you hold one at the back and one on your right side and do this formula. So you just do the right hand trigger, but instead of doing the U prime, you put the U more to your left side, push it more to your left side, do an R, and then put everything back just like that. And if you have done that correctly, when you align everything, it should get solved. So I will show that to you again. So you hold one at the back and one at the right. The formula goes like this. Do the right side trigger, but instead of doing the U prime, move this more to your left side. Do an R and put everything back with the U2, and it will be solved. So the next case what you can run into is some case like this, where however you turn the player, there's only one piece which gets matched. So you hold that piece in front and do the same formula, and now you turn the player time, so to match up the two colors, and when you hold one at the back and one on the right and do that formula, and if you've done that right, you will be solved. So you can also get another case where only two colors are opposite. However, you turn two colors will be matching oppositely. So you can just hold that case from any angle and do the same formula, and it'll get solved. So that's all. Those are the cases what you can get to solve this. So once you're done that, let's move on to the next step. So the next step is to solve the cube is to match all the colors, all the corner pieces to its right position. It should not be, it doesn't have to be solved, but if it's in its right position, that's fine. So that's what we're going to see in the steps. So there are two cases. So the first case is once you've solved all the yellow cross completely, you'll find one corner piece which is oriented correctly. Like it may not be in its spot, it may not be solved completely, but if it's in its right spot, you just hold that piece on your right side and do this. Up face to your left, right face up face to your right, left face up. Now put everything down. So up face to your left, right side down, up face to your right, left side down. So once you've done that, everything will be in its right position. The second case what you can get is none of the corner pieces are in its right position. So you can hold this from any angle, and you can just do the same thing. So up face to your left side, right side up face to your right side, left side up. Now put everything back down. Up face to your left side, right side down, up face to your right side, left side down. And you will get one of the case and do the same formula, and it will get solved. So those are the two cases what you can get, and let's move on to the next step. The next and the last step of solving the cube is to solve the cube completely. So let's see how to do that. So now once you have put all the corners in its right position, you turn the cube upside down where the white will face on top, and you hold all the unsolved pieces on your right side. So if there are all the pieces are unsolved, then you can just hold it anywhere. So you just find one piece which is unsolved. So I find it here, and just do the right hand trigger to put this piece down, to put the yellow side on down. So 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. So once you've done the 4 times, you'll get this piece will be solved. Just ignore this piece because this part, because it will get solved. Now you turn the bottom layer to find your next piece which is unsolved. So you should not turn the whole cube. You should turn only the bottom layer and just do the same right hand trigger once, twice, and just align and your cube will be solved. Now if you have like 3 or all the pieces which are misaligned, so you just find one piece which is here and just do the right hand trigger, and now move the bottom layer and do the same trigger till the yellow comes down. Move the bottom layer and do the same trigger again, and you will successfully be able to solve your first ever cube. So this is how you solve a Rubik's cube. Thanks for watching, guys.